A very good and happy Thursday morning to everyone out there. Baby Friday has arrived. Landon here with you to bring you your latest weather forecast courtesy of On Target. We can get a look here at the latest surface map. We've got this backdoor cold front that's dropped down to the south, and we've got these northerly flow. If you look really closely, we've got these clouds that's kind of streaming in from a northwestward direction. Got some stratus clouds to deal with out there this morning. We should get some more sunshine as we progress on throughout the day and on into this afternoon. With that being said, wouldn't be surprised at all to get in on some of that thicker cloud cover as you head out early this morning. Getting a look across the region, D93 Skycam with a beautiful view overlooking Bowling Green. You can see some of the stratus clouds that we have present there. There's not really much in terms of the view of the stars currently out there across the region. Same can be said overlooking our WRUS camera down in Russellville. Got 431 commute ongoing there. But again, folks, not much in the way of the moon and stars out there early this morning, given the cloud cover that is currently settled in. Getting a look at those current conditions, we have got readings that are located a little bit warmer than what we've grown accustomed to here over the past couple of days. We are already sitting anywhere between the mid and upper 50s across the entire region. We'll be pegging highs right around the mid 70s as we work into this afternoon, with that light northerly wind component helping to create slightly cooler conditions than what we experienced yesterday, all right? So if we can jump over here, we'll give you the model breakdown and talk about what's to be unfolding. And folks, we have got a doozy on our hands with a wild ride on the Kentucky weather roller coaster in store, in particular as we progress throughout this weekend. Starting out early this morning, high pressure up here to our north with that clockwise flow is what's helping to promote that northerly wind component. That's what's going to bring those temperatures down a few degrees today. But keep your eyes over here to the west, because this evolving weather maker is what's going to be the culprit for that wild weekend that we're going to be in store for, okay? So here we are looking at the progressive nature of this low that's going to pinwheel up right across the Great Lakes into southern Canada as well. And high pressure is going to set up east of the region with a cold front approaching from the north and west. Why is that important, Landon? Well, high pressure with clockwise flow is really going to pump up these southerly winds, and with a cold front approaching from the west, that's really going to promote that southerly flow as well. We're going to start to see very strong winds as we work into our latter part of our Friday, and then especially Friday night, and then throughout both our Saturday and Sunday, with different wind speeds and directions in store that is going to bring quite a different feel to the temperature air mass that we're going to feel out there. Here we are working into early Saturday morning, then we get into Saturday afternoon. And then this is where the pop-up showers and storms could potentially come into play. The widespread moderate to heavy rain and potential for strong to even marginally severe storms will hold off until it would appear after sunset Saturday evening. But take a look here. This is getting right into the very early pre-dawn hours of our Sunday, and we have got this cold front that's going to be blasting through. The good news is this is coming through whenever our instability is going to be minimalized, okay? Shear, the organization of storms with the change of wind direction and speed with height, we're going to have ample amounts of shear that's going to be present across the region. This is going to be a very dynamic system with a lot of winds. But with the instability very low, that plays in our favor with it moving through so late at night that hopefully we can keep the vast majority, if not all of our storms, below severe limits, okay? But again, the storms aren't necessarily the only thing that we need to be paying attention to throughout the weekend. First and foremost, we're going to start here in the short term, and we're going to take you all the way through the weekend. But look at our wind speeds. With the northerly winds present today, folks, we're going to have those northerly winds that are going to be kicking up at times anywhere between roughly 10 and 20 miles an hour, okay? That's not so bad. We get into our Friday, it's going to be a similar song and dance. However, winds are going to begin turning out of the south as we work into the pre-dawn hours of or Saturday, right along and ahead of that passing cold front. By the time we roll into sunrise on Saturday morning, look at the winds already kicking upwards of roughly 20 to 30 miles an hour. Again, folks, these are going to be out of the south, and these are going to warm us up significantly before the cold front passes. We're going to have these winds that'll continue to scream between 20 to 30 plus miles an hour here throughout our Saturday. And then here comes the passing cold front Saturday night into Sunday. But folks, wait for it. Look at these wind speeds after the front passes. We're looking right around sunrise on a Sunday morning and continuing throughout a good chunk of our Sunday as well. These wind speeds of 30 to 40 plus miles an hour could see a wind advisory that could be put into play. By this point in time, the cold front is expected to be to our south and east, folks. These strong winds are going to be coming out of the north and west. We're talking about a jolt of much, much colder air coming into the region. And for comparison's sake, we're going to be looking at the opportunity of highs on Saturday, potentially hitting the mid to maybe even the upper 80s, to us not escaping the 60s throughout our Sunday with the strong winds coming in out of the north and west. So again, a wild ride on the Kentucky weather roller coaster here, to say the least. Here's a look at our temperature profiles and how they'll behave. This afternoon, a little bit cooler than yesterday. We're going to be right around the low and mid 70s across the region with that northerly wind component. Get into our Friday, it's going to be similar, just a few degrees warmer. And then we work into our Saturday, and you see those temperatures that'll be skyrocketing. And then look here on Sunday afternoon. Peak heating on Sunday, folks. Current short-term models don't have us escaping the lower 60s, all right? Already got the sweatpants and hoodies laid out. Hands in the air, that's me. Can't wait for that, folks. And obviously, going to be making a stop off to acquire some chili supplies, maybe some vegetable soup, potato soup, taco soup, things of that nature. Anything involving broth in a soup would be a tremendous idea given the true fall-like temperatures that'll be breaking in here. We're going to do our Sunday night and then again into our Monday night as well. We're going to be looking at the opportunity of some 30s for overnight lows. Let's get into next week, though. After we get past this cold front getting through here throughout the weekend, we roll into next week and our pattern remains somewhat progressive. By the time we roll into Tuesday and Wednesday, we have another low pressure system developing, another reinforcing cold front jolting through here that could result in more showers and storms. And not just that, folks, but look at this, another reinforcing jolt of those northwesterly winds by Tuesday into Wednesday of next week. So it looks like our fall-like temperatures are going to be hanging around here for the most part, and that is the good news. Let's get back over here to the shorter-term model guidance and let's give you the breakdown from our local National Weather Service office. We do have roughly the western third of the Wobbles community and a 1 out of 5 risk for severe weather late Saturday afternoon throughout Sunday morning. Damaging winds will be our primary concern, folks, but again, confidence is very low because the instability just isn't there. Looks like the better ingredients for severe weather should remain just west of the Commonwealth, there across the Boot Hill, Missouri, and stretches down to the south and west throughout the Arkansas region as well. Total rainfall amounts continue to wobble, no pun intended, between the 1 to 2 inch range. Wouldn't be surprised to see this alter a little bit here over the next few days, folks. If you recall this yesterday, it was showing near 2 inches across the region, but I pared that down with what we were seeing on the model guidance. Still think safely we're around the 1 to 2 inch range, maybe 3/4 of an inch to 1.5 inches, depending upon how much moisture becomes available as this weather maker evolves and moves through. Here's a full breakdown of your next 6-day weather forecast. We get loads of sunshine today. Yesterday we hit near 80. We're going to be a little bit cooler today, mid and upper 70s for highs. We got the cloud cover this morning. Sunshine should be taking over as the day wears on. We'll be near the 80-degree mark on Friday thanks to wind slowly but surely turning out of the south. And folks, look at Saturday. We got the Fall Festival located in downtown Bowling Green. It looks like we'll stay dry for the most part in the 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. hours whenever it's ongoing. But those winds are really going to pick up as we work into the afternoon with those 20 to 30 plus miles winds that are present. Hit-miss showers and storms as early as Saturday afternoon becoming widespread throughout our Saturday night into our Sunday morning. Cold front blast through here, potential for some strong to maybe even severe storms. We'll be hitting the upper 80s for highs on Saturday, low to mid 60s on Sunday. Those lingering showers move out of here. Monday will be picture perfect underneath sunshine with highs near 70, with rain and storm chances right back in the mix come Tuesday of next week. Friends, it's going to wrap up your Thursday morning, Baby Friday edition of your Weather and Eye Forecast, brought to you by none other than our partners over at On Target. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Have a great